Welcome back to Tuesday Night Thunder, and we are kicking off with the General Manager, Sami Owens. You see, last week he made an Intercontinental Championship match official, but it was always Elite Weapons versus Sheamus, Ilya Dragunov, and LA Knight. However, that match ended in controversy when there was a countout. And we are going to hear more about the future of the Intercontinental Championship coming up next. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Tuesday Night Thunder. After last week's tag team match for the Intercontinental Championship ending in a countout, I would like to have a civil conversation with Ethan Page and Intercontinental Champion Sheamus. No Knight, no Dragunov, and absolutely no always Elite Weapons. And here comes the former Intercontinental Champion Ethan Page. Now, last week, he won the match. However, it was only by countout. So that means he did not win the Intercontinental Championship. But you can guarantee that he is going to want his rematch. And now we just have to wait for the Intercontinental Champion himself. And here comes Intercontinental Champion Sheamus. Last week, his team lost via countout, but that helped him retain the championship, and we all know Sheamus does not want to win by countout. So he is looking to get his hands on Ethan Page at least one more time. But we will find out the future of the Intercontinental Championship coming up next. Sami, I want to thank you personally for giving me a shot at the Intercontinental Championship after I beat Ethan Page about a month ago. I was happy that you put me in that match last week. I wanted to challenge myself and retain my title. Sheamus, we would have beaten you three cleanly and you know it. It's Sami's fault that the match ended in a countout. He should have used his powers to restart the match. You're talking a lot of crap to the person who signs your paycheck. I hate countouts as much as everyone else, but I know these people have lives outside of these arenas. The show must go on. If I call for a restart, it'll be on a PLE. So Paige, Sheamus, I know you both want to get your hands on each other, so I'll give you the match. However, you both need to do me a favor. Alright, what's the favor for me? Sheamus, I know you wanted to defend against Dragunov, so I need you to hold off on that. Then you can face him at Money in the Bank if you retain at Clash at the Castle. You got yourself a deal, fella. What about me? Ethan, I don't have a problem with the name Always Elite Weapons, but change your logo. What if I don't? You'll be left off the card at Clash at the Castle and Ilya Dragunov will get your title shot. Fine, I'll do it. So it's official. Intercontinental Champion Sheamus will defend against Ethan Page at Clash at the Castle in a tables, ladders, and chairs match. After that, you two are done with each other. You heard it here first. Ethan Page and Sheamus one last time for the Intercontinental Championship in a TLC match at Clash at the Castle. But coming up tonight, a hardcore championship match between Shotzi and Cole Quinn. The United States Championship Tournament first round will be finished. Dakota Kai versus Roxanne Perez. Drew McIntyre is live tonight. R-Truth will take on Dominik Mysterio after last week's incident. Io Sky will call out the Women's World Champion Cora Jade. Sami Zayn takes on Karrion Kross. Jacob Fatu will have his acknowledgement ceremony tonight. And the Authors of Pain defend against the Usos in our main event. Okay, well, I guess we forgot about entrances and they just wanted to just have a straight up fight. But we have Shotzi defending the Hardcore Championship against Cole Quinn, who is making his debut. He was a massive name in BCW. He even had a short stint with the WWE after being a disciple of Bray Wyatt. In fact, this is a tables match. So you all know how tables matches work. Oh, excuse me. Cole Quinn working on the arm of Shotzi. Shotzi's just pulling Cole Quinn out of the ring. I think the referee's confused here. This is a tables match. There are no countouts. Yeah, I don't know what a submission's gonna do. But that's not how you win a table match. And Cole Quinn hits her with a big boot. We don't even have a referee in the ring to do the counting. But Cole Quinn steals the table from Shotzi. And he just couldn't decide what side of the ring to put it on. Cole Quinn successfully put Shotzi through the table, claiming the Hardcore Championship. In what is honestly the quickest Hardcore Championship match we've had in the history of Tuesday Night Thunder. And we will be right back. Alright, and we are back with our second match of the night, and it is a United States Championship Tournament first round match. And out comes Scarlett. Now, last week she tried to play dividends for the Final Testament. However, they lost to Sami Zayn and Kevin Owens, which earned them a shot at the tag titles. However, tonight, since the Usos also earned a shot at the tag titles, but by beating the Judgment Day, they get the shot tonight, and then the winners of this match will go on to take on Sami Zayn and Kevin Owens at Clash at the Castle. But Scarlett is here, and she wants to win the United States Championship to bring it to the Final Testament. In fact, her husband also has a match tonight. He will be taking on Sami Zayn. And here comes Rhea Ripley. And speaking of Ripley, my dog is going crazy out there. On week 1 of Tuesday Night Thunder, Rhea Ripley took on Alexa Bliss, Roxanne Perez, and Becky Lynch to earn a shot at Io Sky, but she failed to do so. And last week, R-Truth mistook Liv Morgan for Rhea Ripley. Now, I don't know if R-Truth is seeing something that we don't see, or he's just a little out of it. But I don't think they're the same at all. It's like people... Well, it might be like a Chad Gable Grande Americano situation where people think they're the same, but they're clearly not. And the match is underway. Scarlett is looking to get the early advantage because she knows how much of a threat Rhea Ripley is. And Rhea Ripley with several strikes. Rhea picking her up and throwing her. And now just stomping on the back while dribbling Scarlett's head. And the cover. One. Kick out at one. Rhea reverses Scarlett and slams her to the mat. In fact, oh. Here comes Raquel Rodriguez of the Judgment Day. Is she forming an... Well, is the Judgment Day forming an alliance with the Final Testament, or is this just personal between her and Rhea? Canadian Destroyer. 1, 2, and Rhea kicks out. That might have been Scarlett's best chance to beat Rhea. But you know what they say about WWE? Anything can happen. But the winner of this match will take on Pete Dunne next week. And now they're trading shots. Scarlett with a crossbody. Is she going to do it? 1. And a kick out at 1. And a clothesline into the corner. Now, what is Rhea Ripley going to have to do to get back into this match? And Rhea gets dropped on her head. And the cover. 1, 2, and a kick out at 2. This match has been all Scarlett. One, 2, and another kick out from Rhea Ripley. Rhea thought she had it, but she got hit with an enziguri. And Rhea gets out of the way. Rhea's hitting the riptide on the outside of the ring. And now we're going for the cover. 1, 2, and Scarlett kicks out. And a devastating headbutt. She has the prism lock locked in. What? What is Rhea doing? She called her up to her feet and just goes for a double axe handle off the top rope. And now stomping on the back of Scarlett once again. Chicken jockey. Oh, and Scarlett reverses it into a Hurricane Rana. And Rhea gets tripped. Scarlett's calling her up to her feet. Rhea with a sit-out power slam. And she goes up top, pointing to a random fan in the crowd. And drop kick from the top rope. And Rhea's going for the cover. 1, 2, 3. And Scarlett put on one heck of a fight. But she cannot pull it off. Rhea Ripley will take on Pete Dunne next week in quarterfinal action. And now we get ready for our next match. And up next, a former 2-time hardcore champion who has been removed from the hardcore division, Dakota Kai. After her performance in that triple threat between the three people who have been hardcore champion, not counting Cole Quinn, because he just won it today. Well, yeah, it was Ivy Nile, Shotzi, and Dakota Kai. Dakota Kai had the opportunity to break up Shotzi's cover on Ivy Nile, but she didn't. So her and Ivy Nile have been removed from the hardcore championship division. And she's taking on Roxanne Perez. Now, Roxanne Perez has been on a bit of an unfortunate streak as of late. Her team lost on the 3rd episode of Tuesday Night Thunder, but by countout. she failed to win the the Women's World Championship at Backlash, and then on the 5th week of Tuesday Night Thunder, she got pinned by the now Women's World Champion Cora Jade. So can she beat Dakota Kai and go back to her winning ways, potentially earning another title shot in the future? In fact, if Dakota Kai can beat the former #1 contender, she can potentially catapult herself up the ranks to either the Women's World Championship or the U.S. or Intercontinental Championship. Wheelbarrow Facebuster. Yeah. Now my throat hurts. Alright, I don't have any cough drops on my desk. Or any sore throat spray. But Dakota Kai and Roxanne Perez locking up again. And Dakota pushes Roxanne into the corner. In fact, speaking of the Women's World Championship, we will find out what's going on with the Women's World Championship, as Io Sky will call out Cora Jade. And a missile drop kick. Dakota Kai just stomping on the arm of Roxanne. And now a kick to the back of the leg from Roxanne. Roxanne and Dakota trading shots. I don't think we've seen a single reversal yet. Dakota Kai is stunned, and Roxanne's going up top. I have no idea what she was going for there. Dakota Kai is going up top and calling her to her feet. Another missile drop kick. And the cover. 1, 2. And a kick out at 2. Roxanne's going for the cover. 1, 2, and a kick out at 2. And Roxanne's looking for Pop Rocks. And the cover. 1, 2, And a kick out at 2. That is correct. Women's wrestling. And an elbow to the gut of Dakota Kai. And now a drop kick. What is Roxanne looking for this time? And that could cost her. And Dakota Kai has the submission locked in. And Roxanne gets out of it. And a Hurricane Rana. 1, 2. Roxanne kicks out. Roxanne's who's going for the cover. 1, 2, and Dakota Kai kicks out at 2. Roxanne got reversed, and they're just going back and forth with the offense and reversals. Russian leg sweep. Both women are down, but Roxanne's getting up to her feet. Going to the middle rope and calling up Dakota Kai. A Luthez press. And here comes Asuka. Excuse me. And do we just have magicians on this show? And the cover. 1, 2. And Roxanne kicks out. And running into Geary to Roxanne Perez. Dakota Kai is calling Roxanne to her feet. Another missile drop kick. And Roxanne gets busted open on the turnbuckle. Now just stomping her out. I'm surprised Roxanne Perez is not knocked out after that. Dakota Kai is not afraid to fight a little dirty. Roxanne's going for the cover. 1, 2, and Dakota Kai kicks out again. Roxanne Perez has the crossface locked in. Ref, get out of the way. And Dakota Kai taps out. and Perez won. I almost accidentally circled the wrong name. So I just had to cross out that name. That was indeed an instant classic, but we are ready to move on. And we are back, and it is time to hear from Drew McIntyre. Last week, he interrupted Cody Rhodes when he was issuing a challenge to anyone, anywhere, at any time. So, maybe Drew McIntyre is looking for an opportunity at the WWE Championship. In just a matter of moments, we will hear what Drew McIntyre has to say for himself after his actions last week. Cody, my friend, we're not so different. We both had promising beginnings. We got complacent. We left WWE, rediscovered ourselves, and we came back to fulfill our destinies. However, that's where it ends. Respectfully, I'm smarter than you because I know what makes you tick. You pander to the fans and you want to fight week in and week out, which makes you weaker. You became their golden goose, and they're using you until they find a new goose. Think about it, Cody. It happened to so many people before you, and they will betray you sooner or later. Let's try an experiment. Face me at Clash at the Castle, and don't accept any matches before then. When you stop giving them what they want, they'll move on to another guy. I care about you, Cody. Trust me, I'm looking out for you. And here comes the WWE Champion. He has heard enough of what Drew McIntyre was saying. Cody Rhodes loves basking in the adulations of the crowd, but we'll hear from him in just a moment. Drew, you're only saying that because the fans don't cheer for you and they see right through your crap. You're not looking out for me. You're trying to make me look like I don't care about the fans. These people have been behind me since I left WWE. When I came back, they stuck by my side and elevated me to a level I could only dream of. You're right, we do have a lot in common. One thing we don't have in common, though, is that I'm not a manipulative whiner like you. You want me in a match on your home turf of Scotland? You got it. As for me fighting whenever I can, I do it because I love the business. I love these people, and I love proving that this company can put all the weight on my shoulders, and I can carry it until my heart stops beating. At Clash at the Castle, in your home country, I'll remind you that even though we do have similarities, I will always remain at the top of the card, unlike you. Some very harsh words from Cody Rhodes to Drew McIntyre, but it is official for Clash at the Castle. Drew McIntyre and Cody Rhodes for the undisputed WWE Championship. But tonight, Cedric Alexander versus Kairi Sane in the U.S. title tournament. R-Truth versus Dominik Mysterio. Io Sky will call out the Women's World Champion. Maxine Dupree takes on Brooks Jensen in the U.S. title tournament. Sami Zayn will take on Karrion Kross. Natalya will take on Apollo Crews in the United States Championship tournament. Jacob Fatu Acknowledgement ceremony happens tonight. And the Authors of Pain defend against the Usos in our main event. It is time to get back to the action, as we have Cedric Alexander. This is his Tuesday Night Thunder debut. He's a former Cruiserweight champion and a former Tag Team champion. Even a former 24/7 champion. But tonight he has a tough task as he takes on Kairi Sane. We saw Asuka earlier in the night attempt to help out Dakota Kai. Will Asuka let Kairi Sane do this on her own, or will she get involved? And here comes one half of the Kabuki Warriors and a fourth of Damage Control. Kairi Sane is a former NXT Women's Champion and multiple-time WWE Tag Team Champion. She is looking to beat Cedric Alexander this week. And the winner of this match takes on Nikita Lyons. But just a reminder, Nikita Lyons made it to the quarterfinals by countout. But the match is underway. Cedric Alexander rolls up Kairi, and a kick out immediately. And a drop kick to the head of Kairi Sane. And another drop kick to Kairi. Just trying to attack the windpipe of Kairi Sane, making it difficult for her to breathe. And that springboard clothesline hits. Now the cover. One, and a kick out at one. So far, this has been almost all Cedric Alexander. But Kairi reverses. And a tilt-a-whirl head scissor. Karrion throws Cedric Alexander, but oh, now she's trying to pick him up, and it doesn't work. And Cedric's going for the cover. 1, 2, and a kick out at 2. Spear! And the cover. 1. Man. Cedric's getting thrown to the ropes and he gets taken down. Kairi's going all the way up top. With the insane elbow. Flying halfway across the ring. And the cover. 1, 2. And a kick out at 2. Cedric rolls out of the ring, but Kairi goes to follow him. And just taking him out. And Kairi does not want a count-out victory. And a double stomp to the lower back. 1, 2, and a kick out at 2. Kairi Sane missed that. And she reverses Cedric. And just elbows to the gut of Kairi Sane, and now a drop kick to the face. I don't know what's going on there. They're trading. It looks like they were trading blows on the ring apron. And throwing Kairi into the ring post. Cedric's dragging Kairi to the middle of the ring. Well, middle-ish of the ring. And the cover. 1, 2, kick out at 2. Cedric Alexander with a springboard tornado DDT. And he's going up top. Frog splash. What a Spanish fly. And Kairi gets dropped on her head once again. 1, 2, 3. Cedric Alexander will take on Nikita Lyons next week. What a victory for Cedric Alexander. He has a bright future in this company. Well, let's move on to our next match. And up next, it's time.
Y'all know what time it is. This the part where we crank it up.
Yes, it's time to crank it up.
Here we go. People over there, what's up? You feel me? Stand up and say what's up. What's up?
What's up?
What's up?
What's up?
What's up?
What's up?
You can get with this or you can get with that. You better get with this, cause this is where it's at. What's up?
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 See, I be skipping and jumping, leaving the competition. I make them disappear like your favorite magician. And I ride it till the wheel fall off. I bounce back to back till their necks get soft. Most of the time you see me, I'm being simple. Then many times I'll be busting them up like a pimple, stating my claim to fame. To be one of the baddest young brothers step foot in this game. And I haven't even started yet. You can better believe I take it off the show shot bet. What's up?
What's up?
What's up?
What's up?
What's up?
What's up? Now this match came around after last week. R-Truth, who seemed to have forgotten he's not part of the Judgment Day, interrupted Dominik Mysterio and Liv Morgan while wearing Eric Rowan's signature mask. And Dominik Mysterio, who R-Truth mistook for Tom, is not very happy with him. You know, this man, in an alternate universe, could probably be Intercontinental Champion right now. I don't know why I get that hunch, but he has the talent for it. But Dominik Mysterio takes on R-Truth next. And what a drop kick from Dominik Mysterio. And a kick to the back of the leg from R-Truth, and now rolling him up. And a roll up from Dom. And a roll up from Truth. And not even a single one count. R-Truth going up top. And a double axe handle to Dominik. But Dominik Mysterio is looking to win by any means necessary. Excuse me. And a DDT on the outside. We're at a count of 5. R-Truth getting in the ring. Dominik Mysterio going up top. And he barely gets R-Truth. With a springboard dropkick to R-Truth. R-Truth was starting to take advantage, but Dominik Mysterio raking the eyes. And like I mentioned earlier, any means necessary. Dominik felt humiliated last week. So he wants to teach R-Truth a lesson. And working on taking out the hand of R-Truth. We're at a count of 7. A count of 8. And R-Truth makes it back in. Shoulder tackle. And another shoulder tackle. Shout out to his childhood hero, John Cena. And a lie detector. 1, 2, and a kick out at 2. No. Dominik reverses the attitude adjustment. Dominik dragging R-Truth close to the center of the ring and going for the cover. 1, 2. R-Truth kicks out. And now R-Truth with a leg drop. Trust me, I know my parts of the body. Swinging neck breaker. Frog splash from Dominik. And the cover. 1, 2, and a kick out at 2 from R-Truth. R-Truth reverses the super kick. DDT. R-Truth is calling him up to his feet. And a super kick. Russian leg sweep. What's R-Truth looking for? You can't see me. With the 5-knuckle shuffle. And he's looking to hit the attitude adjustment. Just like his childhood hero, John Cena. 1, 2. And Dominik kicks out. Dominik's going up top. Probably looking for the frog splash, and he misses. Look, you're only like a few feet off. And a DDT to R-Truth. Dominik Mysterio picks up R-Truth. And he goes for the cover. 1, 2, 3. The slaps to R-Truth was unnecessary, ref. But Dominik Mysterio picks up the win. And that was honestly R-Truth's best match. But let's move on. And we are back, and here comes the now former Women's World Champion Io Sky. She's had a rough past few weeks. When it came to the go-home show before Backlash France, she got pinned by the now current Women's World Champion, Cora Jade. She retained her Women's World Championship in a very controversial steel cage match. And then, last week, she lost the Women's World Championship to Cora Jade, and she didn't even get pinned. But we are going to hear from Io Sky coming up next. Cora Jade, you took my title from me without pinning me. I want my rematch at Clash at the Castle. Roxanne failed twice, so she's done with title shots. If I fail to beat you, I will go to the back of the line. Either way, we end this in Scotland. And here comes the new Women's World Champion, Cora Jade. What will she have to say in response to Io Sky? Listen, Io, I beat you 2 weeks in a row. Sure, I pinned Roxanne last week, but if anyone should be done with opportunities, it's you. But I'll humor you. At Clash at the Castle, we'll face off one last time. I'll beat you again, and the generation of Jade will live on forever. Cora, I will not make the same mistake twice. It is official. Cora Jade will put her title on the line against Io Sky in Scotland. But coming up next, Maxine Dupri versus Brooks Jensen in the United States Championship Tournament. Sami Zayn will take on Karrion Kross. Natalya versus Apollo Crews in the United States Championship Tournament. The Jacob Fatu Acknowledgement ceremony is live tonight. And the WWE Tag Team Championships are on the line in the main event. United States Championship action continues up next as Brooks Jensen is out here to take on Maxine Dupree. Brooks Jensen's a former United Kingdom Tag Team Champion, along with Josh Briggs. But he has not had much success since then. He is looking to change that by going out on his own. And up next, representing the Alpha Academy, Maxine Dupree. So Maxine Dupree hasn't won any championships as of yet. But this could be a great way to kickstart her journey to becoming champion. And the winner of this will go on to take on Charlotte Flair next week. Which means the winner of Apollo Crews and Natalya will take on Rey Mysterio. And the match is underway, and they are starting to lock up. Maxine Dupree, drop kick to the back of Brooks Jensen. In fact, for those of you who don't know, Brooks Jensen is the son of Bull Buchanan. And a drop kick. Brooks Jensen is looking for... Nope, not a powerbomb, just dropping her on the top of her turnbuckle. And a kick out at 1. Oh, before 1. Maxine Dupree's just getting tossed around. And a double axe handle from the middle rope. And Maxine reverses and gets some strikes in. What an arm drag. Excuse me. Maxine Dupree has taken control of this match. And the cover. 1, 2. Nope, just a 1 count. Chicken jockey. And the cover. 1, 2, 3. What an impressive victory for Maxine Dupree. But she will go on to next week to take on Charlotte Flair in quarterfinal action. If anything, she will have an uphill battle. Excuse me, but let's move on to our next match. And here comes Sami Zayn. And he's not alone. Sami Zayn and Kevin Owens reunited last week to take on the Authors of Pain. And they won. But Sami Zayn and Kevin Owens have already booked themselves at Clash at the Castle after beating the Authors of Pain. So whoever wins tonight's main event will take on Sami Zayn and Kevin Owens for the WWE Tag Team Championships. And here comes Karrion Kross, the leader of the Final Testament. In fact, this is Karrion Kross's Tuesday Night Thunder debut. But can you imagine if he comes in and defeats Sami Zayn? And with Money in the Bank coming up after Clash at the Castle, you gotta expect that to be an opportunity for Karrion Kross to qualify. In fact, I'm quite surprised that Scarlett's out here after her match. There were multiple points where I thought she was going to beat Rhea Ripley. But as you can see, no Paul Ellering and no Authors of Pain. In fact, in the main event, there will be no Karrion, Kross, or Scarlett. And what a throw. The power of Karrion Kross on display here tonight. As Sami Zayn reverses him. And reversal after reversal. And Karrion Kross got the best of that exchange. Scarlett's taking off the turnbuckle pad. And Karrion gets a 1 count. And this is a smart strategy from Karrion Kross. Because if you take out the leg, you take out Sami Zayn's offense. Because I don't think he can support the weight of someone like Karrion Kross when it comes to the Blue Thunder Bomb. But the Haluva kick would also be taken off the table. And Sami Zayn rolls up Karrion Kross 1 and a kick out at 1. Sami Zayn cannot do what he was doing. An elbow drop from Karrion Kross. But it's back and forth for both of these men. And dropping Karrion Kross on the hardest part of the ring. Kross gets tossed back into the ring. Blue Thunder! 1, 2, oh no, just a 1 count. And Sami misses the swanton. Karrion Kross is looking to hit the cross hammer, but he misses. And Sami hits the hula kick. 1, 2, and a 2 count. And Sami's going for the cover once again. 1, 2, and a kick out at 2. And a slingshot into the bottom rope. And an overhead belly to belly. But you gotta believe Scarlett removed the turnbuckle pad. And working on the shoulder of Sami. Now he's dragging Sami to the middle of the ring. Karrion Kross, just a boot to the face. And he has to cross jack it in. Will he make Sami Zayn tap out? He does not. He lets go of the hold. But Sami rolls him up. 1, and a kick out at 1. What a dominant display from Karrion Kross, and a hell of a kick from out of nowhere. 1, 2, and a kick out at 2. Karrion Kross has survived some of Sami Zayn's best moves. And a... no, not a third one. Sami Zayn's going up top. Hauling Karrion Kross to his feet. And a diving crossbody. And the cover. 1, 2, and Karrion Kross kicks out. You gotta imagine there is, and there might be some doubt in the mind of Sami Zayn. Exploder suplex into the corner, and the cover. 1, 2, 3. Sami Zayn has beaten Karrion Kross. But what a performance from Karrion Kross. Karrion Kross proved that he can hang with one of the best in the industry. Alright, and let's move on to our next match. Dominik Mysterio. There's nothing to fear. We want to walk you through the valley of the shadow of death and help you see the light. The Judgment Day is not your family. A family wouldn't make you feel ashamed if you were afraid of something. I can remind you of what a true family is. You see, family may fight, but they forgive each other. My brother and I fought many times, but we forgave each other. Your father has been offering forgiveness, but you keep pushing him away. Your Uncle Eddie and your father fought, but they forgave each other. I'll help you see the light at Clash at the Castle. Alright, so I was not expecting that. But I guess it's official. Dominik Mysterio versus Uncle Howdy will happen at Clash at the Castle. But let's move on to some scheduled competition here with Apollo Crews competing in the United States Championship Tournament. Apollo Crews is a former United States Champion and Intercontinental Champion. He is looking to win back the United States Championship. But he'll have to take on Natalya, then Rey Mysterio, then two other opponents. And here comes Natalya. She is a veteran of this industry, and don't let her recent track record fool you. But she's a former SmackDown Women's Champion, a former Tag Team Champion, and I believe a former Divas Champion. Yeah, I'm gonna make sure I have my facts correct. Yeah. Man, she only held the Divas title once, and the SmackDown Women's Championship once. But can she add the United States Championship to her resume? But so far, this has been all Apollo Crews. Apollo Crews has her in a headlock. But Natalya gets out of it. Natalia had the submission locked in, but Apollo Crews easily got out of it. And there is no water in the pool there, Apollo. And Natalia rolls up Crews. What? Oh, no, not even a 1 count. Natalia is looking for the sharpshooter. But Apollo Crews easily makes it to the ropes. Natalia's going up top. And calling him up to his feet. But Crews reverses and drops Natalia on his own knee. And a stun gun. Natalia's going for the cover. 1, 2, and a kick out at 2. Crews gets thrown to the corner, but he gets out of it. And a neck breaker. Crews is going up top. And an elbow drop to the back of Natalia. Frog splash. 1, 2. Kick out at 2. It's just back and forth between these two. What impressive athleticism from a guy the size of Apollo Crews. Drop kick. And a moonsault off of the ring apron. And Crews gets thrown back in. But Natalia goes up top. And an elbow drop. 1, 2. And a kick out at 2. And like I mentioned before, Tuesday Night Thunder is the land of opportunity. And Natalia is going for the sharpshooter. She has it locked in. But she lets it go. Leg drop. German suplex. Another one. And a third German suplex. Now they're just trading shot for shot. And Apollo Crews takes advantage. Now he's going up top. Frog splash. 1, 2, 3. Apollo Crews is victorious, and he moves on to take on Rey Mysterio next week. And now it is time for the acknowledgement ceremony. Ladies and gentlemen, it is now time for the tribal coronation of Jacob Fatu. Last week, The Rock took the Ulafala from Solo Sikoa and presented it to Jacob Fatu, even gifting him the wise man, Armando Alejandro Estrada. And here comes Tama Tonga and Tongaloa. These two men decided to join up with Jacob Fatu after he tore apart the bloodline. Now the question is this just a ploy, or will they acknowledge Jacob Fatu as their tribal chief? Well, we will hear from them in just a moment. Ladies and gentlemen, my name is Armando Alejandro Estrada, and I am the wise man of the only tribal chief, the Samoan werewolf, Jacob Fatu. Tamatonga, Tongaloa, please welcome your tribal chief, Jacob Fatu. And here comes Jacob Fatu, the man of the hour. 2 weeks ago, he turned his back on Solo Sikoa after Solo was asking one too many questions. And last week, The Rock made it very clear that that was the intention all along. The Samoan werewolf looks ready to be crowned the official and only tribal chief. And that is coming up next. My tribal chief, I know The Rock presented you with the Ulafala last week, but he wanted me to make it official. Tongaloa, let's start with you. Jacob Fatu, thank you for finally freeing us from Solo Sikoa. Solo wasn't a true tribal chief, so Jacob, I acknowledge you as my tribal chief. Tongaloa, your turn. Jacob, you're the definition of tribal chief. You will lead the bloodline to the promised lands. I acknowledge you as my tribal chief. With that being said, Jacob Fatu, I acknowledge you as my tribal chief. Solo, I hate you. I will make sure you are banished from the family. And it is now official, Jacob Fatu is the tribal chief. But what will Solo and Roman have to say about this? But we still have our main event, the Usos versus Authors of Pain, next. And it is now time for the main event of Tuesday Night Thunder. Now don't forget, if you're watching this live on Twitch, then you will still have a live event after the show. But if you're watching on YouTube after the stream, then the episode will end after this match. But it is now time for the Usos to take on the Authors of Pain. Jey Uso is out here eating with the fans, and like I promised last week, if the Usos win the championships here tonight, I will adjust my camera and I will yeet. In fact, I'll get up on my swivel chair and I will yeet for everyone. But we have not heard anything from Roman Reigns as of late. Because on week 2 of Tuesday Night Thunder, Roman Reigns called out Jimmy Uso for not following the Tribal Chief's orders. But yet the Usos have been taking matches without the knowledge of Roman Reigns. And we haven't seen him since losing the Undisputed title. But here comes Paul Ellering and the Authors of Pain, the WWE Tag Team Champions, who won them in a fatal 4-way ladder match at Backlash France. Now the question is, will they have a short reign by losing them here tonight? Or do they have a trick up their sleeves to help them beat the veterans in the Usos? The Authors of Pain may have the size advantage And they have one extra person in their corner. But the Usos have been teaming up for almost 2 decades. And remember, the winners of this match will take on Sami Zayn and Kevin Owens at Clash at the Castle. In fact, the Usos have been on a winning streak as of late. They beat A-Town Down Under at Backlash France, and then last week, they beat the Judgment Day to earn a shot at the tag titles. Can they go 3-0 as a tag team? And we are underway with the brute strength of Razor. But Jimmy goes to tag in Jay. And Jay can't get in control. And he gets tossed around by Razor. And in comes Akam. And Paul Ellering threw a sledgehammer in the ring. And what great tag team work from the Authors of Pain. Taking advantage of the momentary distraction caused by Paul Ellering. And Razor's looking to fly. But Jey Uso gets him with the power slam. And he gets dropped by Razor. And in comes Akam. Say what you want about the Authors of Pain, but they are working flawlessly together right now. One. And Akam just keeps taking Jay out of it. And right into the ring post. We're at a count of 6. Count of 7. And just working on the head of Jey Uso. And Akam's flying. One. Jimmy breaks up the pin. And Jay rolls up Akam. What? Oh, no, not even a 1 count. And a super kick. Jimmy Uso with a super kick to Akam. And into the corner for a tag team move. And it's a double super kick. And Razor tags in to clothesline Jimmy Uso nearly out. Jay Uso nearly out of his shoes. And Razor is just slamming Jay into his own corner. And a boot to the face. And the cover right in front of Jimmy. 1, 2. And a kick out at 2. This match has been nearly all authors of pain. And a headbutt to Jay. Razor's going up top. And he's just watching Jay crawl away. But Jimmy gets him with a super kick. And another one. And a third. And he barely gets that diving headbutt. 1, 2, and a kick out at 2. Super kick. And in comes Jey Uso, and in comes Akam. Akam tried to go for a powerbomb, but he didn't succeed. And into the corner goes Akam. And another super kick in stereo. Don't know why the ref's leaving the ring. And Jay gets tagged back in. Uso splash. And a diving headbutt. And Razor doesn't even let it get to a count of 1. Akam's calling Jay to his feet, but Jay reverses, and he gets thrown into the wrong corner. And in comes Razor. Razor is looking for a power bomb. Nope. A stun gun. But he goes up top, calling Jade to his feet. Shoulder tackle. Jay reverses. And he tags in Jimmy Uso for another double super kick. But Paul Ellering getting involved once again. And Razor hits him with a spine buster. And Jay immediately breaks it up. And into the corner where Akam gets tagged in. And another successful tag team maneuver. 1, 2, and Jimmy kicks out. Ooh, no, Samoan drop. And in comes Jay. 1 and done. Jay goes for the cover. And Razor breaks it up instantly. Super kick. And they're looking for another 1D. And he's busted open. And the cover. 1, 2, 3. The Usos are the tag team champions. And as promised, Yee, 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 yee. Oh, God. There, that's all the eating I can do. But thank you all so much for tuning into Tuesday Night Thunder. If you're watching live on Twitch, we still have a live event to do. But if you're watching on YouTube a couple days after, then you missed it. So if you want to catch the live event, tune in weekly on Tuesdays, 7 p.m. Central Time, in order to catch the live events. Well, with that being said, good night to YouTube, and we still got more in store on Twitch.